All right. Now back to your intervention, Alex.
Oh my god, okay.
Seriously,
Alright.
man. Why?
Why what?
Why do you choose to just distance yourself from the world? Please let us know.
I don't know, sometimes I just feel like it's what's best for me in the moment. I've been told that I can reach out to people and like talk to them and, have an open space where we can have comfortable conversation, but sometimes I'd much rather just, stay in my stay in my bubble and just allow for myself to indulge in whatever it is that's going on. And if I'm going through a period of hardship or like mental struggle, it's difficult for me to bring other people in on it. So I just keep it to myself and I find ways to cope with it day in and day out.
Is that why we took a break from doing the pod?
I mean, it's
How much does that have to do with it?
it's a large part of why we had to take a break from it. I also feel like in the moment I didn't have the same level of maturity that I have now.
Okay.
To actually go about being a potential leader in terms of how to go about navigating this moving forward. Like, to a certain degree, I feel like if I'm not available, if I can't show up to the plate, like night in and night out when we decide to do this recording, and then follow through with the editing process and the aspect of like getting the episodes out when we want to upload them, like if I'm not on it, if I'm not having a 100% sort of night or a 100% sort of day, then I'm coming up short, and it's gonna affect this, and it's gonna reflect it accordingly. And I'm nervous that people will be able to see that.
You're nervous of people seeing you not reaching the standards that you set for yourself?
Yeah, sometimes.
Elaborate more on that.
It's like sometimes the standards that I want to set for myself are things that I often think about. I often think about me needing to go back at like consistently needing to go back to making sure that I'm being successful at something that I'm doing. So the idea of me having to go back and go back and go back, like I'd rather just do that on my own rather than have to have other people indulge in it. And I only want to have I only want to have something that's like perfect in my eyes to present to the table before I present anything. Does that make any sense? Like,
no, I get that, man. I mean, like, I'm the same way. Like,
it's weird. It's like a gross perfectionist sort of thing that shouldn't happen because we live in like an imperfect society. Like, the world is ever changing. So, again, we discussed that our idea to bring this back and start doing this all over again was, it's coming from a position now where we're okay and accepting of the fact that things won't go the right way, you know what I mean? And things won't be perfect immediately. And so we just have to kind of be comfortable with the process and with the growing of
I think
what we're trying to create.
Initially, I was just so excited to kind of do like a docu series of my life.
Yeah.
I've talked about it with you guys. I'm just like, this is kind of what I thought and how I felt like in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Now, like, as you said, you had a different level of maturity. So have I, where it's like, I still love to just like talk and just get my ideas out and hear other people's ideas. That I didn't know if I was like. I think when I was like, one of the reasons why I stopped too was just like that, like you said about that expectation that you set on yourself.
Yeah.
And then I felt like, hey, I'm not pulling my weight. You know what I mean? I have other things going on in my life where I'm diverting my attention to, and it's not helping anybody else. You know what I mean? It puts more of a stress on you, where it then comes into a spiraling effect where it's like we then became such perfectionists on what we wanted, that we've recorded so much that just probably will never see the light of day.
Yeah.
And it's good. I think it's great stuff.
No,
You
it's
know what I
like
mean?
it's just
What
like
we say,
content that we find to be funny and like stuff that we find to be entertaining, but won't see the light of day because there's like nicks that we think need to be made, like a lighting situation or an audio situation or God knows what. So
or like
the
a
whole process of
clipping
putting this
situation.
together has been, something that we've gone moment by moment, like day by day with. But at the end of the day, we just kind of want to invite you guys to be a part of the journey with us. Like we're just looking for an excuse to have content to post of us
I
talking
also
and
feel like
showing our growth.
we were
So
trying really hard to relate to other people.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Which I
which
feel
makes it difficult for us to like create our own identity.
I mean, because we can relate to a lot of people. I think we're very like
Yeah.
understanding, you know what I mean, and we're willing to have that type of conversation.
We were actually
But then
discussing
it kind of forces it instead of just like we want more people to relate to us instead of
Yeah.
just like keeping it like super authentic. You know, we're not perfect. We say some wild stuff on the internet sometimes, or we just do wild things in our personal life, you know, like that should stay off the internet sometimes. But like
There's a
stuff
lot
like
of like
this,
contemplation going on.
there's
right
a
there.
lot. There's a lot of stuff like that we do that like we'd be surprised how many people would be like, "Oh, I get that."
Yeah. So
I didn't realize it. I didn't
think-
realize it at
I
first.
think that moving forward, we're just gonna try to be as authentic to ourselves as we possibly can, and if you can resonate with that, then we're so glad to have you be a part of the journey. And if not, just like invite your friends, like invite whoever you think would be.
And the thing is like, just like normal
I was
people.
gonna tell people like not to tune in, but then I was like, that's
No,
bad. That's like
no.
bad marketing.
Not even that. But like, you know, we can be super relatable to certain people, but then we can have like an off day.
All right, but we shouldn't talk
You know what I
about
mean?
it. Like that's just making.
Or
it,
we can have just different.
I feel like we're
persona-
forcing
like,
it. You know.
different mindsets throughout like different days. Like, you know, sometimes people wake up differently or
No.
or go
I
through
know.
something.
But you know, like
So you shouldn't
if you
expect that always.
But you know, like if you say enough that you're a good person, people start to think that that's not the case because you had to say it a lot.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Well,
Shouldn't-
clearly, we're really fucked up. Clearly, our moral gray area is different than others.
I feel like now that we're a couple of minutes in, we should totally address the elephant in the room. We're missing our elephant. That was a terrible way for me to say that. That was a terrible way for me to say that. Obviously, we're one member short today.
Yeah.
A young Angel,
The boy.
young Lido.
Lito's not with us.
He's not with us today. He's still alive and well.
He's still here with us. He's still here with us.
He's still here with us.
I doubt this is this is not. You're never gonna see him again. That's
Definitely not what's gonna happen. But he's just not here with us
not
for this
currently
episode.
in this episode, and it's okay. You know what I mean? But
just
I know
trying this out, and we're gonna see how this goes.
And he's doing his own thing. We're gonna see him soon.
We are gonna literally see him as soon as we're done
you know
recording
what I mean?
this.
But
yeah, we just wanted to address the fact that moving forward, if you don't see him in a couple of episodes, it's okay.
Don't come at us being like we kicked him out. It's not what happened.
Out in the comments. This is not the case.
He is much loved here.
Yeah, and we'll definitely
he's more than
be
welcome.
seeing him. We'll definitely be seeing him soon. All right, now I feel like we should get into what the people kind of want to know. Aside from our little hiatus from why we needed to take a break from the pod and what we were going on, what was going on personally, I feel like we should talk about some of the stuff that we've done in the time that since our last recording. Like, guys, you guys haven't heard of us or heard from us since March of this year, and yeah, that can be a little bit alarming because it's like, yo, what the hell just happened?
Over 6 months, right?
Yeah,
Something
definitely
like that.
over 6 months.
I graduated from college.
Anthony did graduate from college. Everybody,
cool.
fucking.
You know what I mean? Currently in between work right now. The normal college experience.
I
That
already
that's
fucking know the
that
vibes.
that is one thing. We went camping.
Yeah, what did you graduate in? Cause let
Oh,
the people know.
occupational therapy.
Oh,
The assistant. I was at LaGuardia. I was in their OTA program. It was a great experience
this
actually,
guy
and it was
freaking
also super
genius.
affordable. As
College
long as
graduate over
as long
here.
as you work hard, you can get it done. Surround yourself with good people.
It's
You
facts.
know. Yo, like on that note, bro.
Yeah.
Like that whole like after graduating, the transition of adulthood has been so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like we've been adults for some time now, but
Yeah.
I guess as men or as dudes, you know the more
As
you
men or
age,
dudes, I think we're
dudes,
both.
men,
Sorry,
whatever.
my
I
bad.
don't want to talk about pronouns right now, please.
I know. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, definitely not this type of podcast. Anyways.
um but like as the years go on, you have these set responsibilities and also these set expectations that other people set on you, and then also your own. But
Mm-hmm.
as you get older, there's more and more, and eventually, there's enough people expecting things of you to fill a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like legit. And I guess in realizing that,
Anthony's family is looking for him to start a family. In case you're wondering what that meant.
oh my God, yeah,
No,
my
I'm
mother
my
keeps
bad.
on telling me, when are you gonna get a wife? When are you gonna get
His
married?
grandma literally told me before I walked in that she's like,
My grandma.
lo estoy esperando para tener más hijos. I'm like, wow, all right,
She
cool.
want great grandchildren.
Yeah, it's all good
Wallet.
though.
Um, no, it's just it's now realizing the things that once made me happy aren't necessarily doing it as it once did,
Yeah,
and like understanding that that's okay, and now adjusting this new version of you, because we're still relatively super young, where we get to every year we can change and we can grow. We're super, we're sponges still to
yeah.
this at this
I feel
age.
like there is a lot of stuff that you can absorb, but going back to the point of like where you, like what's in your circa and what's surrounding you, I think that heavily influences where you're at in your journey. Like so depending on what you want to do on like your off time, whatever you surround yourself with, that then impacts your life and it makes you change the way that you view stuff.
I think that's also one of the reasons why I want, not just we, but I stepped away from the pod, where I was I wasn't really craving that internet presence at the moment, where I wanted to focus on other things, and I was a shift in my priorities of like, hey, I want to make this okay before I start doing anything like that. Some people, you
It's kind
know
of cool. That's an interesting
some
perspective
people
that you would have
live,
on that.
breathe, this creative art and the media and the internet. And I'm a person who's been there since the beginning. You know what I mean? We grew up with the internet. You know what I mean? And
100%.
and I guess that, like, that new change, it was very interesting, and it shrunk my circle a little bit, because as, like, if you're a creative,
Yeah.
you
I mean, you tend to surround
you
yourself with
surround
other
yourself with more
creatives.
creatives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you network and you meet new people, and you pick other people's brains on what they might do. But that, I think, for a good time, like, that's not what I wanted. And it like shortened my circle for a good amount of time. And I reevaluated my friends, who's here for me just because I make, like, some type of content with them, or like, do the people, like, enjoy my presence? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, 100%.
You know?
I think that's an issue that like we all struggle with, but I think that on the latter side, right? So like you decided to shift your focus and you were
Just
navigating through
saving bread, you know
schoolwork
what I
and like
mean?
saving up bread and stuff like
Getting
that.
back in
So
shape.
you,
I
you weren't. That's
got
a
out of the
hundred
gym
percent.
for so long, you know what I mean? Trying to get into
That's a
healthier
fact.
habits.
It's a fact. I think that on the flip side, I decided to go and start looking at a craft that would allow me to be in a space with more creatives and allow me to understand myself better as a creative. I pursued photography a little bit more passionately. I got the opportunity to go and network with people who are in like creative spaces. I pursued fashion, and like wanted to try and have an internet presence and stuff like that. But I think that sometimes like when you go about trying to chase that and not having a stable balance between like like work life balance outside of that, it makes it difficult for you to find enjoyment in those things when you're trying to like shift from some comfort that you were in prior. Like me being okay with just like coming home after work and not shooting a video or not piecing together like this like I don't know, some form of content that I
Get
want to
ready with
post on the
me.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, get ready with me. Me getting ready to do like
Because
creative
you were
directed
doing that
shoots
after the
and
pod
stuff
too,
like
right?
that.
Is that the time
Yeah,
frame of it?
like I decided to go and try to do the transition kind of like in between, and again, it was just me wanting to
I love those
post
get ready's with me.
content that was like personable to me because I'm somebody who likes to
You
dress
like
myself a
fashion,
certain
yeah.
way, and I'm like, yeah, and I
And
pride
piecing it
myself on some of the
together,
fits that I
keeping it
throw.
structured. It
Yeah,
looked
but
good.
I also like navigating the space too. Like I understand like color schemes and a sense of style that I find comfort in, and that I try to like give to other people, or like that I try to I don't know. I get it from my pops, to be honest. But yo, shout out to my pops.
Shout out, Papa Dude.
Yo, just getting fly and like being able to have the opportunity to like I don't know, kind of like present yourself a certain way. It just allows you to feel elevated as an individual. So I don't know. I guess that might be something that's not everybody feels, or that might just be something that I feel. But like at the end of the day, like getting a compliment of like, oh, you look clean, or like you got a like you smell nice, or you got a nice outfit and stuff like that. I don't know. I pride myself on that shit. But again, experiencing the latter compared to how you looked at the situation of trying to step away from the internet presence, when you go chasing something like that, while still wanting to do stuff in your personal life, like wanting to have certain goals, I think that it brings you back to a space where you're where you're having enjoyment with your creative, like with your creative side,
Yeah,
like
I get that.
whether it's the gift of gab, whether it's the the opportunity to like change somebody's perspective, whatever the case may be. God gave us a gift to be somewhat creative, or not necessarily gave us a gift like, or that it came from a higher being or whatever. Like, bro, there's just a different level of understanding, like wanting to put something out and wanting to piece all of this together with the equipment and stuff like that, and get the internet presence, bro. That's a gift in itself. Like having that understanding, wherever the pot is gonna go is where it's gonna go. But being able to piece all of this together and having that ambition in the first place, it's a fire, and it's a fuel that you should feed.
We put that pressure initially on ourselves.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we get comfortable with that. How? What type of advice would you give to somebody that never really put that type of pressure on themselves, and they're just like kind of navigating through life, and no one ever expected anything from them, and now it's just like, hey, pick up your slack. What are you doing? You know?
I would say give yourself give yourself a level of give yourself a level of grace when you're looking at starting something new. If it's like a new mindset, or if it's a new workload or whatever it may be, give yourself a good understanding of I may fuck this up at first. I may not do a good job at first. Don't dwell on the idea of not
Understanding
succeeding,
you'll
but
fail.
understanding that you might fail, and then allowing yourself to still have the fight to get back up when that happens. And then not only to get back up, but to try to attack the situation a little bit harder. I know that it could come off like a little bit cheesy. I guess like that, like like that sounds like
Nah,
I'm like
like
a
one of those
self
motivational.
help, like
Nah,
motivational type of.
I was about to hit you with one of those
But
self like
I feel
motivational
like
quotes too.
I feel like that's something that people should try to hold on to, and I think that a lot of the times when you're first starting off, that's something that you may not think about right away because you're so focused on the end goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's easy to fuck up at the beginning. That happens to everybody. So don't dwell so much on what's gonna happen at the end. I was trying to make that point earlier. So
Yeah.
it just coincides with different aspects of life.
I agree. I
Yeah.
was thinking, not only that, what you also need to encompass with it. Not to also sound
Oh my
like one
god,
of the.
encompass. What a fucking 5 letter word.
Not.
Sorry. My bad. This guy has a
It's like
fucking college
7.
degree.
Anyways, damn, you got me messed
My
up.
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
What was
my
I
bad.
saying?
My bad.
Oh,
The compass.
But also, I didn't want to come off as one of those like super motivational like videos. But obviously, understanding
Anthony
those.
watches David Goggins on his free time. I see it on
Yes,
his
obviously
FYP
understanding that
page.
it's okay to fail, but obsession. He's actually David Goggins actually has said that obsession beats talent
Yeah.
every time. You have to learn, and it took me a while to understand that, but you have to want something more than you've ever wanted anything before. It really becomes into obsession. You want it just as much as you want to eat. You know, if you
Yeah.
pair that with the being unrelentless of just not giving up and understanding that you'll lose, that's how you make that. That's how you create real ambition, and you don't
I like
just
that.
stay stagnant. Because like we were just saying, like no one's ever set that type of expectation on you, but if you just set
Yeah.
that expectation on yourself, it starts off with you. Like I said,
Yeah.
it sucks to be
I
all
think
this like self-help,
I
but
think you should.
it's so true.
I think that those two should coincide then. I think that you should be relentless while also understanding that you will fail. Because then if you're able to overcome said failure, then
Relentless
you can
on your
just,
losses, because
bro.
it's just a lesson.
Yeah,
It really is.
facts.
Like, oh, I lost. All right,
Facts.
let's go get the next one.
Yo, this guy's
Eventually,
talking that talk right now.
eventually, it has to hit them as many times as it takes, because you
Yeah.
only really need to hit it once.
I'm glad they gave us a platform.
The family always brings you back to reality.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's a very beautiful thing. Some people struggle with their family relations. I've
Yeah.
I've been there. You know what I mean?
I think
But
family relationships are kind of weird. Like the relationship
they
that
bring me
you
back.
have
I feel like
is just,
it regulates me.
yeah.
Because you can
Yeah.
get so caught up in life and just wanting, because as like young people, like we feel like somewhat entitled to be selfish and try to like
Yeah, 100%.
to get set up our own
I
life
think it's
to
weird.
eventually get there.
I
But
think
like
it's weird to not want to chase your ambitions while still having like your parental influence, because it's like,
I love
you
my
know,
mom.
yeah, me too, me
I'm,
too.
I'll move out, but
No, my parents are fucking awesome. No, I think that they should encourage you to want to eventually pursue that in life.
yeah.
You know, it's always like a passing of the torch kind of thing. When did your
I'm-
parents move out?
My mom got kicked out when she was like 18.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. You know what was crazy?
What's up?
It was New Year's Eve.
Oh my
It
god.
was New Year's Eve, and New Year's Eve or New Year's Day is my mom's birthday.
Hmm?
And my mom was dating my dad at the time,
Okay.
and my dad asked my grandmother, Abuelita, right there.
Yeah.
She asked her if he can come out, hang out, like come out for her birthday. You know, it's New
yeah.
Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, it was 1980 something. I don't know what the year was.
Yo, chill. Don't date him right now. Don't just.
Whatever. No,
Nah,
it's okay.
yeah.
Age wisdom. Whatever. Anyways, and my grandma said no. My grandma said
She's
no.
done that shit. Yeah, she knew.
She was like, nah, hell no.
She already knew what was
'Cause
about to go down.
She thought my dad was a drunk.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And my mom ended up like sneaking out and going, and she kicked her out for that.
Wow.
She kicked her
Oh
out.
shit. Okay.
That's
Damn.
that's how my mom and dad started really living together.
Wow. What a fucking story.
I might have never been born
That lore was deep
if my
there.
grandma would have just let her go to the party and be like, yeah, ma, he was drunk. Or maybe not. Who knows?
Yo, damn.
Who knows?
Damn,
But
damn.
that's the lore.
I hope that they don't I hope that they're not tight that we're spilling their tea on the pod.
It's okay. They love it. They want us to talk about them more.
Nice. No. Oh damn. Really? Yeah. Your dad probably wants us.
My
to talk
dad
about
wants
him
to be
so
on
much.
the pod.
Jesus Christ. He's just gonna fucking curse
He
us out
roasts
this
us.
whole time. He's
He's-
just gonna come for us the entire time. He's gonna
I
say
thought I was bad, bro.
No, he was way worse. He was way
I thought I
worse.
was bad. He's like the original prototype.
Do you notice that you're more and more like your dad as you get older?
Yeah, it's the worst. I grew up being
Don't say
like
it's the worst.
I grew up being like I'm never gonna be like my dad.
Oh God! Don't say that.
But then as I got older, I understood him more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was able to have that conversation. Mind you, my parents were split, so I only really grew up with my mom. I was a huge mama's boy. So then eventually,
That's
you
like
have
Anthony's
conversation.
dad's number one joke. He's like, he's like, you're still a mama's boy. Attached to your fucking mom still.
Yeah, he'll be a lot
Well,
more.
yeah, more
He'll be a
explicit.
lot. He'll be way
I
more.
100%
He'll be a
didn't
way.
want to.
The fact that you know that exact.
I know the exact line.
The fact he knows the exact line.
Said it so
one of these
many
days.
times,
One of these days we'll get my dad on the pod. He
Oh
probably
my,
wants to
he's
say
gonna
something.
fucking say it. He's gonna cancel us immediately.
He's been
good press,
he got a
bad
lot.
press.
He got a lot
Maybe
to
we
say.
should. Drop in the comments if you want us to bring him on the pod.
He got a lot to say. He's
Yeah.
it's just people don't want to hear him speak.
I want to
sometimes.
get my dad on the pod. My dad has a crazy freaking story, bro.
Oh my god!
Yo, mad
We
wild,
interview
bro.
them and we just each tell them to tell us a story.
Yeah, no, tell. Yo, I want to hear their origin story on the pod. I think that would be lit.
Not even just an origin story, just like I feel like the origin story is not as crazy as like in the middle of like when they first got here.
When they first got here, and they started establishing themselves.
Yeah, a little bit more like comfortable.
Bro,
they knew the area. They knew
there's
people.
like wild stories from that time too, but like
how he start the business.
Nah, it's crazy.
That's what I was saying. All right, back to the subject at hand.
Yeah. Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3.
Finally. I mean, yo.
Like it's honestly fucking amazing that we're getting to see this. Like, I don't know if we're gonna. I am.
You don't
not
find it a little
certain
bothersome?
that we're gonna get.
It just seems
Vegeta versus Goku.
It's the
where
glaze,
Vegeta wins.
though.
What do you mean? It's the glaze.
He already won. You know what I mean? If you're coming
yeah,
on
Vegeta
Super,
won.
He won.
Yeah.
He won without that. But like, it was always no question that Goku was stronger than Vegeta. The only reason why he was not, only time he wasn't was in the beginning of the show, and then that was like quickly taken. Now as Super's gone, they're changing this narrative because they want Goku to go this like angelic route, and then like Vegeta to go his own
demon route,
his own way, his own pride or whatever, destroyer route, whatever. But it just seems like they're just like, oh yeah, they got to make sure that like they're on the same level now, which is cool. But like, I don't know, what? Well, it was quick.
Why are you mad? This guy's whack as hell. Fuck this guy. I don't like his take. That's terrible.
Everybody's just so like hyped up about it. It's just like, I don't know. I want to see him if he.
Fuck this guy, bro. The transformation was nuts. Don't let him fucking try to convince you otherwise. Just because he was mini form.
But they gave it to exactly.
Then we might see him as an adult later in Daima doing it, bro. Come on, bro.
No, they won't. No, they won't. That's the reason why it actually bothers me. I love that he did it. It's just they did it to him in kid form. They gave it to Goku as a full-on adult. And Goku, and nobody can beat that Super Saiyan 3 transformation of Goku. That was intense. It doesn't come close.
Super Saiyan 4 was pretty cool.
Super Saiyan 4 is cool.
Super Saiyan 4 might be the coolest fucking not canon. That might be the coolest fucking transformation.
I don't know. Super Saiyan 3 was like he was screaming for like a solid minute 30. Do you remember that? How long they were? And then it was such old animation where the clouds were just spreading, and it was just like that in loop for like a minute 30.
You're right. Okay, fair enough.
If he was an adult, I would love it. Okay. I think it would have been equal, but since they were a kid.
Do you think that you would recommend Dragon Ball to somebody who was like getting into anime for the first time?
Daima?
No, just Dragon Ball in general.
Like the series?
Yeah.
Itself?
Yeah. Like, what would you recommend? Like, what's your like go-to recommendation?
Start off. I would do that for a certain type of child. I would do it if you're like an athletic, competitive child.
No, you know what I told?
People who like sports?
Kids who like sports, they should watch Blue Lock.
Yeah, or Haiku.
No, I feel like Blue Lock will turn you into like a raging egoist, and I think that kids nowadays might need that.
Bro, that whole show blows my mind.
I was talking to one of my mans, and who's like not into anime, and he was like, "What is Blue Lock?" And I was explaining it to his. I was explaining it to his nephew.
It teaches you soccer, I think.
And I was like, "Yo, bro, you need to 100% watch that." No, I think it goes further than that. I think it teaches you how to like. I think it teaches you how to be like this
self-reflective.
This like empowering version of yourself. That's self-reflective, but like immediately is like, let's level up. Let's make the right move.
like thinking what went wrong and how to fix it.
But like right away.
Quick.
Quick.
You know what I mean? And you have to, because life.
I think that prepares you
life
for
is
certain
fast.
shit in life. Yeah.
Shit.
It allows your
That
preparation
show-
to be
that
different
show
based
re-
off of how
that
other people's
show-
preparation is.
Bro, that show revamped my love for soccer.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Cause like I played it in high school, and then
Look at Blue Lock changing lives.
That show came out again, and then I loved it so much that I read the manga. Like, and I don't read manga really.
Yeah, my little brother read the manga also.
And I was just like, holy shit! And I ever since then I started telling people, I was like, yo, let's play soccer on Sundays. Let's rent a field.
Look at you,
and
bro.
I've been playing. I just got new cleats too.
Yeah.
That's one of my hobbies now.
Yeah.
Talking about, full circle. What makes you
You're
happy.
Excited, like you get paid to play soccer.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I paid to play soccer, and
right.
and it's okay.
Right.
I look forward to it. Like nothing like soccer Sundays.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass.
I bet. Makes you feel like you're in the league when you throw on that penny, right?
I just be talking shit too. Because some people are good. Some people are better than me. I'm like, yo, and I want to beat you. I want to score a goal.
So
I'm an egoist too. I'm a striker.
Yeah, no, he is.
I'm a striker, 100%.
No, Anthony is 100%. So you would suggest
I would suggest Blue Lock to like a competitive person.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Like
so it's situational, like what type of kid?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
All right, but just like a generalization, like throw one out there.
Like we'll say even a basketball kid, like in high school.
No, but just like throw one out there, just like for anybody, like a general one.
To get into?
Yeah. Like to get into anime as a whole.
As a whole?
Yeah, I would go with like Attack on Titan. We were talking about this the other day.
Does Avatar count?
Oh, Avatar is so good.
Does Avatar
is
count?
also like that's like the first anime that I saw. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's what I'm saying. Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know what I mean? It's such a question. Is it anime or is it cartoon?
I mean, it was on Nickelodeon, so like, but it does come from like Japanese literature.
Well, I think it's not. It wasn't made in like Japan.
I don't know.
I don't think it was made in Japan, but.
Japan. By the way, were you like
a
Nickelodeon kid or like a Disney kind of kid?
I was definitely more of a Nickelodeon kid.
Me too.
And then I transitioned to Disney. But the time that I transitioned to Disney, I quickly transitioned to Nick at Night.
What are your like top 5 Nickelodeon shows right now? Like, go.
I can't even think.
Not an album right now.
Well, what was on Nickelodeon?
Because like if I asked you like top 5 Disney shows, I think you could do it, or like Cartoon Network, I think you could do it.
Like what's it called? Fairly Odd Parents.
All right.
Jimmy Neutron.
All right.
Danny Phantom.
All right.
Teen Titan wasn't on that, right?
Nah,
it wasn't, right?
Oh my God, your ball knowledge is ass.
I didn't know where I don't know where I watched Teen Titans.
It's Cartoon Network. That's where I saw it.
Oh yeah.
This guy's fucking this guy sucks balls.
Damn, why am I blanking?
Dude, we can't make a segment on our show talking about cartoons if you're blanking this hard. This is the first episode.
we didn't make it. I didn't know we were gonna go into cartoons.
Hello, it's on the fly. I'm a
Pokemon
Nickelodeon kid. No, my God, another.
It was also on Cartoon Network.
Jesus Christ, man.
Fuck.
I knew he was gonna be able to do Cartoon Network and Disney, but I wanted to call him out on Nickelodeon. You can throw Avatar in there too. You already mentioned it.
Avatar counts. Damn, why am I blanking on a Nickelodeon show? Like,
yo, you're trash.
I mean,
bro.
like I know them. I know them,
but
ball
knowledge is actually trash.
I know some. Like I like Ned, but I don't want to put Ned because like it wasn't one of my favorite shows. I didn't really like it. Oh, was iCarly in it?
Yeah.
iCarly was there. There you go.
That's fine.
There you go. Yeah.
Jesus, Anthony.
I don't know why I forgot about iCarly. Zoe 101. I'm bugging. Zoe was fire.
Yeah, I know, but you was so you shit the bed right there.
You put me on the spot.
But like you gotta be prepared.
I haven't watched a
like
Nickelodeon show in mad long.
Bro, neither have I. You didn't.
You obviously think about it.
I don't, but you could. I was locked. I was ready. Go. Throw it on me. Watch. I bet you I got that shit on the fly.
Nah, give me.
I've been practicing.
Give me top 5 Cartoon Network shows.
Bro, easy. Codename Kid Next Door, fucking regular show, Adventure Time, I'm flying through
Adventure
this.
Time.
I could literally
Regular
stop right
show's
here,
alright.
chat a little bit, and then we could throw it back to like.
Regular show's alright.
What do you mean regular show is alright? What are you talking about? Ben 10 and
10.
fucking Teen Titans.
Ben 10, Teen Titans. They're there.
Gas, all gas, all gas. No, oh my god, fuck.
Pokemon.
Fuck yeah! Oh
You
my
gotta throw Pokemon
god!
in there.
Oh my god!
And I'm pretty sure
Alright,
Beyblade was
Pokemon.
also in there.
Oh my god! Yeah, Beyblade was on there. God damn it, bro! Yeah, you're exposing me right now. But yes, no. Okay. No. But still,
y'all didn't love the
I was
Bakugan
watching.
series?
Yo, I was watching
the Bakugan
Beyblade.
series
Oh my
was
god.
my
Yeah,
shit.
OD.
Oh.
Bro, I was watching Beyblade on YouTube. I'll let y'all know
What
right
you
now.
what you know about
What you
Marucho?
know- What? No. What do you know about? Well, what do you know about fucking Shaolin Showdown?
Oh my god, what's the kid? What is that? That's the kid with the skateboard and the dragon?
No, with
what's
the talismans.
Oh,
no,
wait.
wait.
Remember the Jackie Chan one?
Yeah,
With
yeah,
the-
fuck yeah.
Jackie
Jackie
Chan
Chan Adventures, yo,
Yo,
gang, we
dude.
locked in,
Now
bro.
there's this one show with the
Gas,
kid who had like a
gas.
dragon, and he used to skateboard.
No, American Dragon Jake Long.
Ah.
He could transform into a dragon.
Yeah. Oh, what's
God.
also
God.
what's
Emperor's New Groove
was
was
it
so
Black
fucking
Lightning?
gas. Who's Black Static Shock?
Static Shock?
Yo, Static Shock was fire.
Static Shock
Fuck,
underrated.
Fuck.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Oh, so underrated
How did we
as
get
a show.
so nerded out?
I don't know.
On a
I don't know
cartoon
how the
show
fuck we got
series?
here.
have no
Honestly,
idea.
I don't know how we got here. You guys can actually see us outside of the podcast on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we stream on Twitch. Me on Twitch, I'm Alex
games,
_McBuckets on Twitch. This is Anthony O'Hara 17 on Twitch. You can literally see Anthony on top of the bike because we're on the face cam.
Yeah. Sometimes I
That's just
don't.
fire.
Sometimes I don't put my cam, but if you ask me, I'll set it up just because my room be a mess. And I'm like, oh no, I can't be showing people.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end this episode of the podcast because we also have we have something that we gotta be at pretty soon.
No. We'll say we have a listening party for our boy.
Oh yeah,
Sebas,
facts. Shout out to our man
album.
Sebas who just dropped Sophia Loren out
Check
on
it
all
out.
platforms. We'll drop something
Spotify,
here. We'll have
YouTube.
Sophia Loren pop up somewhere on here. We'll play a little bit of it if Sebas allows us to.
Sierra Leone, pressure on the diamond. Like champagne, we poppin' like Hyman. Don't know where we going, I'm still undecided. Suits and ties, bitch, I've been enterprise.
Anyways, you can find my man's. Where can they find you at actually?
Anthony O'Hara 17.
On all platforms?
Instagram, Snap, Twitter.
TikTok. Is Loki popping on there? Twitch as well. You can find me on all platforms at alex.mcbuckets on TikTok, Twitch. You can also find me at mcbuckets.gg. That's where I'm going to be posting some of my gaming clips on TikTok. Yeah, I'm alex.mcbuckets on all platforms. This is kind of lovely.
Yo, I liked it.